Iran has launched a health-themed theme park aimed at reviving religious consciousness through faith. Designed as a haunting walk-through experience, the park recreates vivid scenes of afterlife punishments inspired by Islamic teachings, complete with fire pits, sound effects, and actors portraying tormented souls. Officials behind the project say it's meant to encourage moral behavior and deter sin, especially among youth. It's not entertainment. One organizer said it's a wake-up call. Well, firstly, it seems like they just want to have something like this to keep their public in check, and Iran is one known for the way they are often controlling. So I seems like this is their way of doing that, because they're trying to make people conscious and God-fearing and all the rest of it. The Quran and the Sunnah is there, the Hadith is there. They can teach them about both heaven and hell and what they can do and what they can't do. That's what people have been doing for centuries, and it's been fine. And ultimately, people have a choice. If they sin, then that's their own problem. They're gonna have to deal with it later on. So this seems like a ploy and a mechanism to put fear into people and control them, because without that, you can still tell them about heaven and hell. Also, are they trying to play God now? It seems like, because you don't need to create these things. You can just tell them what God has told them, and then if they want to listen or not, that's their choice. So that's the second thing. First thing, you don't need it. You can tell them about heaven and hell. Second thing, it seems like they're trying to play God. And thirdly, the religion is about mercy and goodness and telling people about these things, telling people about the hellfire and is important and they need to know about it. But telling them to such an extent that that's all they think about rather than the mercy, and also having this vivid experience of the hellfire, supposed hellfire, is not going to help them. They're going to fear the religion, they're going to fear God and all these things even more. And particularly those who are already having doubts, or even those who are not Muslims, or those who are even left Islam, then they're going to stray even more. So you don't want things like this. And also, why don't they try and mimic heaven then? Why is it always let's mimic hell? They shouldn't be mimicking either of them. It shows you, one, they're trying to play God, it seems like. Secondly, they can tell them about heaven and hell through the Quran and the Sunnah and with the scholars without doing such things. And thirdly, people have a choice. If they want to do sin and whatever else, then they'll have to face the consequences later on. And if there are Sharia laws in the country, then they'll have to face the consequences in the country also. This feels like a attempt at just controlling the population, putting fear into them. And it's not actually about fear of God, it's fear into them that they do what you want them to do, regardless of whether they actually fear God or not. You want them to fear the government. That's what it seems like. And things like this will not help, particularly in the long run, and even the short term, will not help Muslims, and Islam. It will make it, in my opinion, worse.